Welcome, beloved friend. If your mind is racing tonight, if the weight of the day still sits heavy on your chest, you are exactly where you need to be. Tonight, you do not have to carry anything alone. We are going to let the Psalms wash over your weary soul like still water, and you can simply close your eyes and breathe. This recording is long and gentle on purpose, so you can drift all the way into deep, peaceful sleep with God's comforting words surrounding you through the night. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so these prayers can find you every evening. If this blesses you, gently tap like, and consider joining our membership to help this ministry reach more tired hearts. In the comments, share a short prayer for whatever you are carrying tonight, and feel free to share this video with someone who needs rest. Now let go. Let your shoulders soften. The Lord is here, and He gives His beloved sleep. Begin by simply being still. There is nothing left for you to fix tonight, and nothing left for you to solve before morning comes. The God who made the heavens, who hung every star in its place and calls each one by name, is watching over this very room, over this very bed, over the gentle rise and fall of your own breathing. You can let your hands fall open. You can let your jaw soften and your shoulders sink down away from your ears. The psalmist David, who knew sleepless nights and the heavy weight of fear better than most, wrote words long ago that were meant to reach you here in the quiet of tonight. In the 4th Psalm he said, "I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety." Hear that promise again, slowly, and let it move through you like warm water. You will lay down in peace. You will sleep. And it is the Lord, only the Lord, who makes you dwell in safety. Your rest does not depend on locked doors, or on careful plans, or on having every answer before you close your eyes. Your safety rests entirely in the hands of the one who never slumbers and never sleeps. So as you settle a little deeper into the warmth of your blankets, let that truth settle a little deeper into your heart. You are safe. You are kept. You are held by hands that formed the mountains and the seas. Breathe in slowly through your nose, and let the breath go gently from your lips. And as you do, imagine the cares of the day leaving you with it, the unfinished tasks, the conversation that did not go the way you hoped, the worry that has been circling your mind like a bird that will not land. You can release it now because none of it is yours to hold through the night. David wrote another line in the 3rd Psalm while he was running for his very life, while enemies pressed in on every side and there was every reason in the world to lie awake afraid. And yet he wrote, "I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me." Think of that. Surrounded by trouble, he laid down, and he slept, and he woke again, simply because the Lord was sustaining him through the dark. The same Lord sustains you tonight. You do not have to hold yourself together. You do not have to keep watch. He is keeping watch, and He is more than able. So let your body grow heavy against the bed. Feel the weight of your legs, the weight of your arms, the soft pillow beneath your head. With every breath, sink a little further into rest. There is a kind of trust that only comes in the dark, when we finally stop striving and simply let ourselves be carried. That is the invitation tonight, to be carried, to be sustained, to lay down every burden at the feet of a God who loves you with an everlasting love, and who delights to give his children rest. You are not behind. You are not too much. You are not alone in this room. The Maker of heaven and earth is near, nearer than your own breath, and he is whispering peace over you even now. So breathe again, slowly, and let the words echo softly in your spirit. I will lay me down in peace, and I will sleep, for the Lord, only the Lord, makes me dwell in safety. Let those words become the rhythm of your rest. Let them carry you down, gently, like a small boat drifting on calm water beneath a sky full of stars. There is nothing to fear here. There is only the steady, faithful love of God, surrounding you, holding you, keeping you, all through the long and quiet hours of the night. Tonight, let the most beloved of all the Psalms become a soft blanket over your soul. King David wrote it long ago, and yet it has comforted more weary hearts than we could ever count. He began with words so simple and so tender. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Stop there for a moment and rest in that single thought. The Lord, the God of all creation, is your shepherd, not a distant ruler, not a stern judge keeping a list of your failures, but a shepherd gentle and watchful, who knows each of his sheep by name and would leave the 99 to come searching for the one. And because he is your shepherd, you shall not want. You shall not lack what you truly need. The striving can stop now. The anxious counting and planning can rest. Your shepherd sees the whole of your life, the road behind and the road ahead, and he is leading you with patient, steady love. David went on, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Notice that the shepherd makes the sheep lie down. Sometimes we are so tired that we have forgotten how to rest, and our good shepherd, in his mercy, leads us to a place of stillness and says, Here, lie down, rest now, the pasture is green and soft beneath you, and you are safe in my care. Picture it gently in your mind, a wide meadow at twilight, the grass cool and soft, a sky deepening into violet above you, and no danger anywhere near. He leadeth me beside the still waters, not rushing waters, not crashing waves, but still waters, quiet and calm, the kind that reflect the first stars of the evening. That is where he is leading you tonight, to a place of stillness, to waters that are quiet and unhurried. He restoreth my soul. Say those words slowly to yourself. He restoreth my soul. Whatever has worn you thin, whatever has emptied you out, your shepherd is in the business of restoring. He gathers up the tired and scattered pieces of you and makes you whole again while you sleep. You do not have to do the restoring. You only have to lie down in the green pasture and let him do the gentle work he loves to do. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even the direction of your life is held in his care. You do not have to find the way in the dark. He goes before you and he leads, and he does it for the honor of his own faithful name, which means he will not fail. Let all of this wash over you now like the still water itself. You are a sheep in the care of the gentlest, strongest, most faithful shepherd there has ever been. He has fed you. He has led you here. And now he bids you lie down and rest, because he is keeping watch over the meadow, and nothing will come near you that he does not allow. Feel how your breathing has slowed. Feel how your body has grown heavier and softer against the bed. This is the work of the shepherd, drawing you down into rest. And if you are still here with me, still breathing slowly and letting these ancient words settle over your spirit, I would love to know you are resting with us tonight. Gently comment the number 1 in the comments below, just the number 1, to say, I am here, I am resting in the care of my shepherd. And then let your eyes close again and return to the green pasture, to the still waters, to the quiet certainty that the Lord is your shepherd, and you shall not want for anything at all. He restoreth your soul, even now, even in this moment, as you drift further toward the deep and peaceful sleep he delights to give his beloved. Stay here in the 23rd Psalm a little longer, for there is more comfort waiting in its quiet lines. David, who had walked through more darkness than most, wrote, "Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." Notice he says walk through the valley, not stay in it, not live in it, but pass through it, because every valley has another side. And even in the deepest shadow, he says, I will fear no evil. Why? Not because the valley is not real, and not because the dark is not dark, but for one reason only, for thou art with me. That is the whole of our comfort tonight. Not that there is no valley, but that we never walk it alone. If your heart has been in a valley lately, if there has been grief or fear, or a long and uncertain season, hear this gently. He is with you. The shepherd does not send his sheep into the dark and wait at the entrance. He walks beside them every step, his rod ready to defend, his staff ready to guide and to gently pull you back when you wander. His rod and his staff, David says, they comfort me. The very tools that protect you are a comfort, because they mean the shepherd is near and watchful and strong. So if any fear has been keeping you awake, lay it down now into the hands that hold the rod and the staff. You are not walking alone. You never have been. Then David's song turns, and suddenly there is a feast. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Think of the tenderness of that. In the very presence of all that troubles you, the Lord sets a table, a place of provision and peace, and He invites you to sit and be nourished while the troubles look on, unable to touch you. He anoints your head with oil, the sign of being chosen, blessed, set apart, and cared for. And your cup, He fills it until it overflows, because His goodness toward you is not measured out in careful drops, but poured out in abundance. You are not merely surviving in His care. You are being feasted. You are being blessed. Your cup runs over. And then come the words that have closed the eyes of the weary for thousands of years. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Goodness and mercy following you, not chasing you down to accuse you, but following you like two faithful companions, all the days of your life. Behind you, goodness gathers up the broken places. Beside you, mercy covers what you could not fix. And before you waits the house of the Lord, where you will dwell forever, safe and home at last. So let your heart rest in the whole of it now. A shepherd who leads you, a presence that walks the valley with you, a table prepared in the middle of your troubles, a cup that overflows, goodness and mercy at your back, and an eternal home ahead. There is nothing in this psalm that asks you to strive. It only asks you to be led, to be fed, to be followed by mercy, and to trust that you are going home. So breathe slowly once more, and let those promises wrap around you like a warm and familiar blanket. You are a sheep, deeply loved, well kept, gently led. The valley will not last. The table is already set. The house of the Lord is waiting. And tonight, all you must do is lie down in the green pasture, beside the still waters, and let goodness and mercy keep watch while you sleep. Surely, surely, they will follow you all the days of your life, and through this night, and into the bright and peaceful morning that the Lord is already preparing for you. Let us move now into the 91st Psalm, a song that has been a shelter for God's people in their most fearful nights. It opens like the closing of a heavy door against a storm. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. There is a secret place, a hidden refuge, where the Most High Himself dwells, and you are invited to abide there tonight, to make your home in the shadow of the Almighty. Think of how a small child hides in the shadow of a loving parent, tucked close, completely safe, fear melting away simply because of who is near. That is where you are right now, under the shadow of the Almighty, in the secret place where the noise of the world cannot follow. The psalmist continues, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust. Make those words your own tonight. The Lord is my refuge. He is my fortress, my high and strong walls, my place of safety. And in Him alone I will trust. Not in my own strength, which is small, and not in tomorrow, which I cannot see, but in my God, who has never once failed those who hide themselves in Him. The psalm goes on with such tenderness. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. He shall cover you with his feathers. Picture a great bird gathering its young beneath warm and sheltering wings. The storm raging outside, but inside only warmth, only closeness, only the steady heartbeat of the one who keeps you. Under his wings you shall trust. His truth, his faithful word, becomes a shield all around you, a defense you do not have to build, a wall you do not have to keep. Then the psalmist speaks straight to the fears that visit us most in the night. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fleeth by day. The terror by night. How well the Lord knows that it is in the darkness that our fears grow loud, that the worries we manage to hold off all day come creeping back when the lights go out. And to those very fears he says, you shall not be afraid. Not because the night holds no shadows, but because the one who covers you with his feathers is greater than every shadow, and he does not sleep, and he does not look away, not for a single moment of the long night. So let every nighttime fear loosen its grip now. The fear of what tomorrow holds, the fear of what you cannot control, the fear that wakes you in the small hours with your heart pounding. Place it all under his wings, and let his truth be your shield. You are not exposed tonight. You are covered. You are hidden in the secret place of the Most High, abiding in the shadow of the Almighty, and no terror of the night has any claim on a soul that is sheltered there. And if you are still with me here, still breathing slowly, still letting these promises settle deep into your weary heart, I would love to know you are resting under his wings tonight. Gently leave the number 2 in the comments below, just the number 2, as a quiet way of saying, I am here and I am safe in the shadow of the Almighty. Then let your eyes grow heavy once more. Return to the secret place. Feel the warmth of the sheltering wings around you, the strong fortress walls rising on every side, the shield of his truth standing guard. You are deeply loved, and he has hidden you well. There is nothing left for you to fear tonight. There is only the shadow of the Almighty, soft and strong above you, and the slow, sweet descent into peaceful, protected sleep. Remain in the shelter of the 91st Psalm, for it has more comfort to give as the night deepens around you. The psalmist watches as the troubles of the world pass by the one who trusts in God, and he writes, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. You may have watched fear and trouble fall all around you in this life. You may have seen sorrow touch so many, and yet here is the promise of the one who makes the Lord his dwelling place. It shall not come nigh thee. You are kept. Then comes one of the most beautiful assurances in all of Scripture, words that have steadied the hearts of God's people for thousands of years. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Hear it slowly, and believe it tonight. He shall give his angels charge over thee. Right now, over this room, over this bed, the Lord has assigned his own messengers to keep watch over you. They are charged to keep you in all your ways, to bear you up, to guard the one the Lord has set his love upon. You are not sleeping in an empty room. You are surrounded, watched over, guarded by heavenly hands that do not grow tired and do not look away. Let that truth quiet every anxious thought. While you sleep, you are being kept. While you rest, watch is being kept over you. You can let go of the need to stay alert, the habit of bracing for what might come, because the keeping of your life has been handed to those who never sleep. And then the psalm turns, and we hear the very voice of God himself, making promises over the one who loves him. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and shew him my salvation. Listen to how personal it becomes. Because he hath set his love upon me, says the Lord, I will deliver him. I will be with him in trouble. When you call, I will answer. These are not distant promises spoken into the air. They are the words of God spoken over you, over the one who has set their love upon him and known his name. He will be with you in trouble. He will answer when you call, even when you call in the middle of the night, even when the only prayer you can manage is his name whispered in the dark. So as you lie here, let every promise of this psalm settle around you like a circle of light. No evil shall befall you. His angels have charge over you. He is with you in trouble. He answers when you call, and he will satisfy you and show you his salvation. There is nothing left to guard against, because the guard of Israel is guarding you. There is nothing left to fear, because the one who commands the angels has commanded them to keep you. So breathe out slowly and release the last of the day's tension from your body. Let your hands rest open. Let your mind grow quiet and still. You are dwelling in the secret place of the Most High, and he has placed his angels all around you, and he has spoken his love over you, and he will keep you all through the night. Rest now, beloved. You are held. You are guarded. You are deeply, eternally safe in the keeping of your God. As the night grows quiet and deep, let the words of the 121st Psalm rise softly in your heart. It was a song the people of God would sing as they traveled, lifting their eyes to the hills along the road, and it begins with a question and a beautiful answer. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. When the way is long and the hills rise up before you, where does your help come from? Not from the mountains themselves, not from your own strength to climb them, but from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. The same hands that flung the stars into the dark and set the boundaries of the sea are the hands that hold your help. Whatever you are facing, your help comes from a source that cannot run dry and cannot be overcome. Then the psalmist speaks the tenderest assurance to the weary traveler. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. He will not let your foot be moved. The one who keeps you will not slumber. Think of that gift tonight. You are allowed to sleep, you are allowed to close your eyes and let go of every watch, precisely because the one who keeps you never does. He does not nod off. He does not look away. He does not grow tired through the long hours of the night. While you sleep, he is fully awake, fully attentive, keeping his eyes upon you. You can rest because he never rests from loving you. The psalm goes on, repeating that word keep again and again, like a lullaby of safety. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord is your keeper, not just the keeper of the world, not just the keeper of distant things, but your keeper personally tonight. He is the shade at your right hand, the gentle covering that stands between you and all that would harm you, by day and by night alike. And then the psalm rises to its great and final promise. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. He shall preserve your soul. He shall watch over your going out and your coming in, your lying down tonight and your rising in the morning, from this time forth and forevermore. There is no gap in his keeping. There is no hour when his attention drifts. From this night and through every night to come, and on into forever, the Lord is your keeper. So let your eyes close, knowing that his never will. Let your watch end, knowing that his never does. You have lifted your eyes to the hills and found that your help comes from the Maker of heaven and earth. And now you can lay your head down in perfect peace, because your keeper is awake. And if you are still here with me, still resting, still letting these gentle promises carry you towards sleep, I would love to know you are with us tonight. Softly leave the number 3 in the comments below, just the number 3, as a quiet way of saying, my keeper is awake and I am at rest. Then return to the stillness. Feel his shade at your right hand. Feel the unbroken watch of the one who neither slumbers nor sleeps. He is preserving your going out and your coming in. He is preserving your very soul, and he will keep you safely through this night and all the way home. Rest now. You are kept by the one who never sleeps, and there is nothing in all the night that can move you from his hand. Let your heart grow still now with the words of the 46th Psalm, a song for every soul that has known trouble and longed for peace. It begins like solid ground beneath your feet. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. God is our refuge. God is our strength, and He is a very present help, not a distant help, not a help that arrives late, but a present one, near at hand, here in the room with you in this very moment. And so the psalmist says, we will not fear, even if the earth itself should shake, even if the mountains should fall into the sea. Whatever feels unsteady in your life tonight, whatever ground has shifted beneath you, hear this. The one who is your refuge cannot be moved, and because He holds you, you cannot be ultimately moved either. The psalm paints a picture of chaos, roaring waters and trembling mountains, and then in the middle of all that noise it brings us somewhere unexpected and calm. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. In the middle of every storm, there is a river, quiet and glad, flowing from the presence of God. And God is in the midst of His people. She shall not be moved, the psalmist says, because God is in the midst of her. That is the secret of every peaceful heart, not the absence of storms, but the presence of God in the middle of them. He is in the midst of you tonight. The river of His presence is flowing softly through your weary soul, making glad the deep and hidden places, and you shall not be moved, because He is with you and He will help you. Then the psalm lifts its eyes to the God who reigns over all the noise of the nations. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered His voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. The Lord of hosts, the commander of all the armies of heaven, is with us. The God of Jacob, the God who kept His promises across the generations, is our refuge. And then come the words that have quieted countless troubled hearts, the gentle command at the heart of this psalm. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Let those words sink down into the deepest part of you tonight. Be still. You do not have to strive. You do not have to fix or fight or figure it all out before morning. You only have to be still and to know, to remember, to rest in the truth that He is God. He is God, and you are not, and that is the most freeing truth in all the world when you are tired and the night is long. He is on the throne. He is in control. He is working even now in ways you cannot see. So you can let your hands go limp and your mind go quiet. Be still and know that He is God. The psalm closes the way it opened, with a fortress and a promise. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Say it once more in your heart as you drift. The Lord of hosts is with me. The God of Jacob is my refuge. Whatever shakes, He does not. Whatever roars, His river flows quiet or still. So be still now, beloved. Let the mountains do what mountains do, and let the waters roar where they will, far away from this peaceful place. You are in the refuge. You are held by strength itself. God is in the midst of you, and you shall not be moved. Be still and know that He is God, and let that knowing carry you down into deep, untroubled, restful sleep. Let the 27th Psalm shine gently into the dark now, for it was written by a heart that had learned to find courage in the presence of God. David begins with a question that answers itself. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The Lord is your light tonight. In whatever darkness you are lying, His light is with you, and where He is light, the darkness cannot win. He is your salvation, the one who rescues, the one who saves. And He is the strength of your life, the quiet power that holds you up when your own strength is gone. So whom shall you fear? Of whom shall you be afraid? When the Lord Himself is your light and your salvation and your strength, fear has no firm place left to stand. David goes on to tell us the one thing his heart longed for above all else. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in His temple. More than safety, more than success, more than ease, his deepest desire was simply to dwell with God, to behold His beauty, to be near Him always. And that nearness is yours tonight. You do not have to travel to find Him. You do not have to wait until morning. He is here in this room, and you are dwelling in His house even now, even as you lie in your own bed, because His presence has no walls and no closing hour. David remembered how God had hidden him in times of trouble. For in the time of trouble He shall hide me in His pavilion. In the secret of His tabernacle shall He hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. He hides you in His pavilion, a sheltering tent in the middle of the storm. He sets you up upon a rock, high above the rising waters, on ground that cannot be washed away. Whatever flood has been rising in your life, He lifts you above it and shelters you in the secret of His presence. And then, near the end, David speaks a word to his own weary, waiting soul, and it is a word for you tonight as well. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and He shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Not anxiously, not striving, but resting, trusting, watching for Him the way one waits for the morning. Be of good courage, and He shall strengthen your heart. The waiting itself is held by Him, and He will not let it be wasted. So tonight you can simply wait. You can lay down your striving and let your heart be strengthened by the one who is your light and your salvation. And if you are still here with me, still resting in His pavilion, still letting His light fall softly over your fears, I would love to know you are waiting on the Lord with us tonight. Gently leave the number 4 in the comments below, just the number 4, as a quiet way of saying, "The Lord is my light, and I will not be afraid." Then let your eyes close once more and return to the secret of His tabernacle, to the high rock above the floodwaters, to the steady light that no darkness can put out. Whom shall you fear? Beloved, the Lord is your light and your salvation. He is the strength of your life. He has hidden you in His shelter. He has set you on the rock, and He is strengthening your heart even as you grow drowsy and warm and still. So wait on him and rest in him, and let his light watch over you while you sleep, all through the long and quiet night, until the morning that he is faithfully bringing. Let your soul grow quiet now with the 62nd Psalm, a song of deep and settled trust. David writes from a place of stillness he had fought hard to find. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. From him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. There is rest in that waiting, the kind of rest that comes when we finally stop running in every direction and let our souls grow still before the one who saves. He only is my rock, David says. He only, not many things, not a long list of supports we have built for ourselves, but him alone. He is my rock, the solid place that does not crumble. He is my defense, the wall around me. And so, he says, I shall not be greatly moved. The winds may push, the troubles may come, but the one whose soul waits on God is rooted in something deeper than the storm. A little further on, David speaks to his own soul the way a gentle parent speaks to a frightened child, and his words are an invitation to your own heart tonight. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. Speak to your own soul that way now. My soul, wait only upon God. Let your expectation, your hope, your watching, rest on him alone, and not on the shifting things of this world. He is your rock. He is your defense. You shall not be moved. And then David opens his hands to all who are weary and afraid. Trust in him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Trust in him at all times, in the bright times and the dark, in the certain seasons and the uncertain. Pour out your heart before him, hold nothing back, for he is a refuge, a safe place where the whole of your heart can be laid down. Tonight you can pour it all out, every worry, every grief, every longing, into the hands of a God who is a refuge for you. And then you can rest, empty of the weight you have been carrying and filled with his peace. And as your soul grows still, let the small and tender 131st Psalm settle over you like a child falling asleep in loving arms. David wrote, Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself, as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Surely I have quieted myself, as a weaned child rests against its mother. There is no striving in that picture, no anxious reaching, only the deep contentment of a child who has stopped fussing and simply rests, secure in being held. That is the rest offered to you tonight. You do not have to busy yourself with great matters, or with things too high for you, or with all the questions that have no answers in the dark. You can simply quiet your soul, like a weaned child, and rest against the heart of God. The psalm ends with a gentle word of hope. Let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forever. Hope in the Lord from this moment and forevermore. So let your soul wait only upon God now. Let it be quiet like a child held close. Let your expectation rest on Him, your rock, your defense, your refuge. Pour out the last of your heart, and then let it grow still and calm. You shall not be greatly moved, beloved, because your soul is resting on the only rock that never crumbles. Be like the weaned child tonight, no longer striving, no longer reaching, simply held, simply loved, simply at rest in the arms of the God who is your refuge, drifting down into the deep and gentle sleep He has prepared for you. In the deep of the night, when the world has grown silent, let the 63rd Psalm draw your heart toward the one who is nearer than your own breath. David wrote it from a dry and weary wilderness, and yet it overflows with longing and love. O God, Thou art my God. Early will I seek Thee. My soul thirsteth for Thee. My flesh longeth for Thee in a dry and thirsty land, where no water is. Even in the wilderness, even in the dry and thirsty places of life, David's first thought was to seek his God. And then he remembers what it is to find Him. Because Thy loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise Thee. His loving kindness is better than life itself. Let that settle into you tonight. The steadfast, faithful love of God toward you is better than anything this life could offer, deeper than any comfort, stronger than any fear. And it is yours freely, fully, even now. Then David speaks the very words that make this psalm a treasure for the night. When I remember Thee upon my bed, and meditate on Thee in the night watches, because Thou hast been my help. Therefore in the shadow of Thy wings will I rejoice. When I remember Thee upon my bed. This is exactly where you are tonight, upon your bed, in the quiet hours, and David shows you what to do with these wakeful or drowsy moments. Remember Him, meditate on Him. Let your last thoughts before sleep be of His goodness and His help, because He has been your help in all the days behind you. You can rejoice even now in the shadow of His wings. Look back, just for a moment, at all the ways He has carried you, all the nights you feared you would not make it through, and yet here you are, kept, held, still breathing, still loved. He has been your help. He will not stop now. And so, David says, my soul followeth hard after Thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me. His right hand is upholding you tonight, the strong and gentle hand that does not let go. There is another psalm that speaks of the night, the 16th, where David says, I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me. Because He is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. In the night seasons He instructs and counsels. He is at your right hand, and so you shall not be moved. And David ends that psalm with words of pure rest. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. Your flesh shall rest in hope tonight. not in fear, not in dread of the morning, but in hope, because the Lord is at your right hand and will not let you be moved. So as you lie here in the night watches, remember him upon your bed. Meditate on his loving kindness, which is better than life. Rejoice in the shadow of his wings, and feel his right hand upholding you, steady and sure. And if you are still here with me, still resting, still letting your heart follow hard after him in the quiet dark, I would love to know you are with us tonight. Gently leave the number 5 in the comments below, just the number 5, as a quiet way of saying, I remember him upon my bed, and my flesh shall rest in hope. Then let your thoughts grow soft and slow, and let them settle only on him, on his goodness, on his faithful love that has carried you all the way to this moment. He has been your help. He is at your right hand. His right hand upholds you even now. So rest in hope, beloved. Meditate on the one who loves you, and let that remembering carry you, gently and surely, down into the deep and peaceful sleep that waits for those who set the Lord always before them. Let the 34th Psalm comfort you now, a song of one who cried out to God in fear and found himself wonderfully answered. David writes, I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Hear that promise for your own heart tonight. He delivered me from all my fears. Not some of them, not the small ones only, but all of them. Whatever fears have followed you to bed tonight, whatever worries have been whispering in the dark, the Lord is able to deliver you from every one. You only have to seek him, to turn your heart toward him, and he hears, and he answers, and he delivers. David goes on, they looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. When we look to him, we are lightened. The heaviness lifts. The shadow on the face gives way to light. So look to him now in the simplest way, just by turning the eyes of your heart toward his goodness, and let yourself be lightened. Then David offers an invitation that has drawn the weary and the broken for thousands of years. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Taste and see that the Lord is good. His goodness is not a distant idea, but something you can taste, something you can know by experience, like the first sip of cool water after a long thirst. And blessed, deeply happy, deeply at peace, is the one who trusts in him. The psalm grows even more tender as it speaks to the brokenhearted. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. If your heart has been breaking, hear this gently. The Lord is near to you. He does not stand far off from the broken. He draws close. He is nearest, in fact, to those who feel most shattered, and he saves them, and he gathers up the pieces with his own hands. Then David acknowledges that troubles still come, even to the faithful, and yet he gives us this great hope. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. Many may be the afflictions, but the Lord delivers out of them all. There is no trouble so deep that his deliverance cannot reach the bottom of it. And from another of David's Psalms, the 56th, comes a simple line you can hold like a smooth stone in your hand tonight. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. It does not say there will be no fear. It says that when fear comes, trust is the answer, the turning of the heart toward God in the very moment of being afraid. So tonight, if any fear rises up, you know what to do with it. You will trust in Him. You will look to Him and be lightened. You will taste and see that He is good. He is near to the brokenhearted. He delivers out of all afflictions, and He has already promised to deliver you from all your fears. So let those fears go now, one by one, into the hands of the one who hears every cry and answers every call. Let your face be lightened. Let your heart be still. The Lord is near to you tonight, nearer than you know, gathering up every broken place, delivering you from every fear, and He will keep you through the darkness until the morning comes. So taste and see that He is good, beloved, and let His goodness become the soft and steady ground beneath your rest, as you drift down, unafraid, into deep and healing sleep, held close by the God who saves the brokenhearted and delivers His children out of them all. Let the 139th Psalm wrap around you now like a truth too wonderful to fully grasp, the truth that you are fully known and fully loved by God. David begins in wonder. O Lord, Thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my down-sitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. He knows you completely. He knows when you sit down and when you rise up. He understands your every thought, even from afar, even the thoughts you cannot put into words. There is nothing about you that is hidden from Him, and yet He has not turned away. He knows you fully, and He loves you still. There is a deep rest in being so completely known by one who is so completely loving. You do not have to explain yourself to Him tonight. You do not have to perform or pretend. He already knows and He stays. David goes on, marveling that there is nowhere he could go beyond the reach of God's presence. Whither shall I go from Thy Spirit? Or whither shall I flee from Thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, Thou art there. If I make my bed in the depths, behold, Thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall Thy hand lead me, and Thy right hand shall hold me. Wherever you go, His hand will lead you, and His right hand will hold you. There is no place so high, no place so low, no place so far that He is not already there, waiting, leading, holding. If you have felt far from Him lately, hear this: you have never once been beyond His reach. Even there, His hand is leading you. Even there, His right hand holds you fast. And then David speaks to the very thing that troubles us in the night, the darkness itself. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about thee. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. The darkness that surrounds your room tonight is not darkness to him. The night shines as the day before his eyes. He sees you perfectly in the dark. He watches over you as clearly at midnight as at noon. There is no shadow that hides you from his loving gaze, no hour of the night when he cannot see to keep you. And David remembers how carefully, how lovingly he was made. For thou hast possessed my reins. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, knit together with intention and care by the hands of God himself. You are not an accident. You are not a burden. You are his careful and beloved work, and he watches over the life he so tenderly made. And if you are still here with me, still resting in the truth that you are fully known and fully held, still letting the night shine like day in the presence of the one who made you, I would love to know you are with us tonight. Gently leave the number 6 in the comments below, just the number 6 as a quiet way of saying, I am known, I am held, I am wonderfully made. Then let your heart grow still in this great comfort. You are searched and known and loved. You cannot drift beyond his reach. The darkness is as light to him, and he is watching over you even now. His hand is leading you. His right hand is holding you. So rest, beloved, in the arms of the one who made you and knows you altogether, and let his perfect knowing and perfect love carry you down into deep and untroubled sleep, all through the night that shines as day before his faithful eyes. As the night carries you deeper toward rest, let the 103rd Psalm fill your heart with the goodness of God. David begins by stirring up his own soul to remember. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. How easy it is to forget, when we are tired and the troubles are loud, all the good that God has done. So tonight, gently call it back to mind. Then David lists the benefits, and they are a balm for every weary heart. Who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies. He forgives all your sins. He heals. He redeems your life from destruction, lifting you up out of every pit. And he crowns you with loving kindness and tender mercies. Picture that tonight. Whatever you feel you deserve, however the day has worn you down, God places upon your head a crown of his own steadfast love and tender mercy. You are not condemned. You are crowned. You are forgiven, healed, redeemed, and gently loved. David goes on to remind us how tender God is toward our weakness. Like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. For he knoweth our frame. He remembereth that we are dust. He knows our frame. He remembers that we are dust, that we are fragile, that we grow tired and afraid and weak. And he does not hold our weakness against us. like a loving father bending low over a tired child. He looks on us with compassion, with tenderness, with understanding of just how frail we are. So if you feel weak tonight, if you feel you have not been enough, hear this: He knows. He remembers you are dust, and He loves you still, and His compassion toward you is as gentle as a father's toward the child he treasures. David marvels at how vast and lasting that love is. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear Him, from everlasting to everlasting. His mercy toward you has no beginning and no end. It was reaching toward you before you were born, and it will hold you long after this night has passed. And from the 145th Psalm comes this gentle assurance of how near God is to all who call. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon Him, to all that call upon Him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear Him. He also will hear their cry, and will save them. He is near to all who call. He hears the cry of His children, even the quiet, wordless cry of a tired heart in the dark. And David adds, The Lord upholdeth all that fall, and riseth up all those that be bowed down. If you have fallen, He upholds you. If you are bowed down beneath some weight, He raises you up. So bless the Lord, O your soul, and forget not all His benefits. He forgives, He heals, He redeems, He crowns you with loving kindness. He pities you as a father pities his child. His mercy is from everlasting to everlasting. He is near when you call. He upholds you when you fall and raises you when you are bowed low. Let your heart rest in all this goodness now. You are deeply, tenderly, eternally loved by a God who knows your frame and remembers your weakness and crowns you anyway with mercy. So bless His holy name as you drift, and let the memory of all His benefits be the soft pillow beneath your weary soul, carrying you down into a sleep that is full of His tender mercies, all through the quiet and faithful night. And now, as you rest at the very edge of sleep, let the gentlest promise of all settle over you, from the 127th Psalm. After speaking of all the striving of those who labor and worry from dawn till dark, the psalmist says simply, "It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows. For so He giveth His beloved sleep. For so He giveth His beloved sleep." Let those words be the last thing your mind holds tonight. You do not have to earn your rest. You do not have to strive your way into peace, rising early and sitting up late and eating the bread of sorrows. Sleep is not something you must seize. It is a gift, freely given by a loving God to those He calls beloved. And you, dear one, are His beloved. So receive the gift now. Let it come gently, the way a tide comes in, the way evening settles over a quiet field. He gives His beloved sleep, and tonight He is giving it to you. As you rest in that promise, let the words that the Lord gave His people long ago be spoken softly over your life, a blessing that has been prayed over the weary for thousands of years. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make His face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. May the Lord bless you and keep you tonight. May his face shine upon you in the darkness like a gentle and warming light. May he be gracious to you, far beyond what you could ask or deserve. May he lift up his countenance upon you, turning his loving attention fully toward you, and may he give you peace, the deep and settled peace that the world can neither give nor take away. Remember all that you have heard tonight, and let it become the soft ground of your rest. The Lord is your shepherd, and you shall not want. He makes you lie down in green pastures and leads you beside still waters. He covers you with his feathers, and under his wings you trust. He has given his angels charge over you. He neither slumbers nor sleeps, but keeps you through every hour. He is your refuge and strength, a very present help. And he says to your weary heart, be still and know that I am God. He is your light and your salvation, so you will not be afraid. He is near to the brokenhearted. He delivers you from all your fears. He knows you altogether and holds you with his right hand, and even the darkness shines as day before his eyes. His mercy is from everlasting to everlasting, and he gives his beloved sleep. And if you are still here with me, still resting in all these gentle promises, still wrapped in the peace of God as the night carries you home toward morning, I would love to know you stayed with us all the way. Softly leave the number 7 in the comments below, just the number 7, as a quiet way of saying, I rested in the Lord tonight and he gave his beloved sleep. Now let go of everything. Let your breathing slow. Let your body grow heavy and warm and still. There is nothing left to carry, nothing left to fear, nothing left to do but rest. The Lord is keeping watch. His angels are all around you. His mercy is beneath you and his peace is over you like a blanket of stars. So sleep now, beloved. Sleep in peace, for the Lord, only the Lord, makes you dwell in safety, and he is giving you, his own beloved, the sweet and gentle gift of sleep. May you wake in the morning held by the same faithful love that holds you now. Rest. You are safe. You are kept. You are deeply and forever loved. Good night, and may the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, keep your heart and mind through Christ Jesus, now and through all the quiet hours and forevermore. Amen.